Hello everyone. Let's continue to our Python series where today we will look on identifiers. Let's continue with the question only. What's our identity at our home? What do you think? What's our identity at our home? It's my name. At my home, I am the only Shivangi. There is no problem if there can be any one more Shivangi there, but no logic, na? At one family, people used to keep single name for a single person because that will be the unique identity of that person. Yeah, the same name can be there in all over the world for sure, but at same family the name is going to be the identity of that person. Similarly, you can treat like Python is a family. Python is a family. At home, how we identify, this is Shivangi, this is John, yeah, this is Jack, like that, because of their name. Similarly, in Python, we have separate, you say segregations. Same. So we can take an example. Let's say it's a family. It's a family just as a human, like normal way I'm just mentioning, it's a family, let's say. So there are group of people, let's say, in a single family. It's a single family. There are group of people also. They have some pets. They have some pets in their family. Let's say 5 pets and 4 members, let's say. Just a normal example. So they are pets and they are human. Now, obviously, this human will have a separate name. Let's say John. This human will have a separate name, Jack. This human have a name, Harry. And this human has a some name, let's say Xavier. Similarly, this Pat will have a separate name. They only provided. Okay. Let's say we can have any Jenny, like that. So all pets will be having separate name and all humans will be having separate name. Each pet is having its own identity of name. Each human is having its own identity name. But if you see, this is a group of human, this is a group of human, and this is a group of pets, separate groups. Same. If I compare this example in Python, what will happen? Like we have family here. Similarly, you consider we have Python family. Actually, this topic, the meaning of the topic is going to be same in all the programming languages, but concepts is same, syntax will vary. Okay, so let's say this is a Python family. In Python family also we have separate groups. One group is, let's say, variable. One group is, let's say, functions. One group is keywords. So these are the separate groups. Like we had human group, we had pets group. Same here we have variable group, we have keywords group, we have functions group. Now human group had separate person, separate name, Harry, Jack, John. Pet group had separate name, Jenny, Softy, like that. Similarly, variable group will have separate name and the names are unlimited. No limit, you can use numberless limits, means variable names. For example, I'm giving a name is a name of the variable. Let's say my value is a name of the variable. Let's say num is a variable name. Let's say number, it's a variable name, any variable name. Similarly, there are some functions. So let's say it's a group of functions, you can give any name to a function, name, any name. Similarly, I'm giving my value something like this, and here I'm saying addition, this is the name of the function. So you can give any name. If you're noticing, I'm giving something called as parenthesis here after each function. That is a separate topic, but yeah, this is the correct way to write it. Similarly, I'm having a one more function, subtraction. So what it is, this is the name of the functions. You can create any name. There are some rules that we will see. So similarly, like we have a family in original world, each family have groups, like group of human, group of pets. Similarly, it's a Python family. Python family will be having a group of variable, group of keywords, group of function. It's like that. Each family have, let's say, some names. So John, Jack, Harry comes under human group. Similarly, this name, my name, my value, number, no limiter. I'm saying again, anything you can take. So it's a variable. Similarly, keywords are some reserved words only that we will see later on. But yeah, these are some reserved words and comes under the identifiers. Okay. Why I am training you on this topic first? Because whenever even a single word you will be writing practically in your Python program, whenever even a single word you will be writing practically in your Python program, you should know what are you writing. Are you writing a variable? Are you writing a keyword? Are you writing a function? Or what is it? That's why it is mandatory to know. So for example, if you remember, I will just go to my VS Code. VS Code will have a program. So here if you see, very simple program, just a one line I'm writing here. That writing is having something called as print. And if you notice this parenthesis, I was writing this parenthesis here. Here I was writing the parenthesis. See, so I got it now that this is the name of a function I'm using. So what is the identification? It's syntax. Because first so you should know now what all are the identifiers available in Python. Then you should know how to write a variable name, how to write a function name, how to write a list name, tuple name, dictionary name, how to write a keyword. It's like that. Once you know how to write, you will be able to understand this is the name of what. So how I understood that it's a function, it's not a variable, it's a function identifier because of the syntax I'm using. See, parenthesis after print. So I hope little bit idea we got. So we will just go on here. We have a lot. It's not more. It's not completed list of identifiers. Some of them at as we are on the initial stage currently. Variables, very important identifier in all programming languages. Keywords, functions, list, tuple, class, object, dictionary, sets. A lot of the identifiers we do have. We will go one by one. What all are the important identifiers? We will see them. So let's continue with the variable. Before variable, I just want to give a look how some identifiers look. So what I will do, here only I will go. And we can do what? I will just create a new program. Let's say day 3. It's gonna be on identifiers.py. So here, let's see. I will be writing identifiers and we know the list. I will just write here. So let me just make it as a comment. Here I will just write my name equals John. If you notice, what is it? It's nothing, it's just a variable. How do I know that it's a variable? Variable is a separate topic, function is a separate topic, list, tuple, all are separate topic. It will take time to understand. Currently though, we are learning what is identifier, nothing related to anything else. So when I wrote something followed by a equal symbol, assignment symbol, that means I am trying to assign this John into a variable. I am trying to assign this John into a variable. So that's why I'm saying it's a variable because of this syntax. I know that it is it is which identifier? It is a variable identifier. Same. I will just write something called as def print name. What it is? It is a function identifier. How do I know? Now you will say, how do you know it's a variable? How do you know it's a function? Because of the syntax I am writing. I am writing something called as def. And this is a predefined syntax in Python. If you are writing def, that means definition. You are you are providing a definition of a function only. So this is a function name. Second identification, these parentheses. It is treating like it is a function identifier only. Same. I will write something called as class hello. So what is identifier here? Class identifier it is. Which identifier? Class identifier. How do I know? Because of the syntax I'm using. The syntax is class. Wherever you write class and then you write some class name, it is a identifier of class type. Similarly, I'm writing here my values. And then I'm giving something called as subscripts. It is list identifier in Python. List identifier. How do I know it's a list identifier? Because of these subscripts. Because same only I'm doing here. I have equals to here also. So how do I know? Because here I don't have any subscript. I am just using these double codes like this. Here I'm having these subscripts. It means it is a list. It is a list. And it was a class. Similarly, if I write something like my tuple. So here if you see, this is what? This is a tuple identifier. How do I know? Because of these parentheses. Now you will say parentheses, so you mentioned in function also. Make sure their parentheses were along with the name of a function and having a colon. But here parentheses are alone. So whatever the value you will give here, it will take that value. So this is a tuple identifier. We have more, let's say you want to have a dictionary, so you say my names equals like this, so it's a dictionary identifier. We have a lot. We are not going into the depth, but it should be clear that what is a identifier. So this is very smallest unit of any programming language. This concept is going to be absolutely same in all programming language. I'm not saying in all programming language you will have tuple or you will have dictionary or you will have list. No, no, no. It is just in Python. I am saying the concept what is identifier is going to be same in all programming languages. I hope this is clear till now. Next topic. Whenever you are providing a name to an identifier, either it is a variable name, it is a function name, it is a class name, it is a list name, tuple name, dictionary name, sets name, you have to take care of some rules. You have to follow some rules while providing name to any of the identifier from these, even more. So I will just mention here identifiers rules. Okay. First rule. So I guess I have it. So here if you see identifiers naming rules. If you just focus on first one, I am writing here variable, but it can be identifier name. So identifier name can be combination of alphabets, digits, and underscore. Identifier, so I will just correct it here itself. Identifiers names can be combination of alphabet, digit, and underscore only. What I'm saying? Let's do it practically. So what I will do, I will just take these 4 rules from here and we'll go back here. Here we will just have it. So one by one, if you see, first rule is, let's see practically. Okay, let's see first one. For first one, we will do a practical here. I am give so all the identifier rules I will go with variable only. Will go with the variable only. So before moving ahead with this identifier rules, at least one identifier so you should have knowledge of, na. At least of one identifier you should have knowledge. So let's continue with the identifier called as variables, and then we will apply these rules on variables. These rules will be applicable on all identifiers. Make sure, but I have to show you at least on one identifier. So let's continue with variables. You should know first the meaning of variables. Okay. So first we are going to understand what is variable. Variable. Imagine I say, hey John, you need to store a name in Python. I just gave you a task, John. You need to store a name, let's say Harry, in Python. You will say, okay, I will save it. Then you will ask me, I will be requiring a space now to store that Harry. I said, yes, you are absolutely correct. You will be requiring a space. So you will ask me, where is that space? I will say, don't worry, na. Python will take care. Python will give you that space. You said, okay. Then you said, let's say I stored that value in Python. How I will be identifying it? How I will identify that where is that name stored? Where is that name stored? I reply, that name will be stored at an address. For example, we all live in a house. If someone wants to reach me, I have to give them my address, obviously. Once I give them my address, They will just take that address, and for sure easily they can come to me because they have my full address. Can you imagine my address, my friend's address, anyone's address? It will be a big address. Why other person will take this much pains to remember my address? They will just note it down anywhere, or they will have the copy in WhatsApp or in mobile phone. That's it. Why they will take the pains to remember it? And what if they need to visit in the same day 5 or 6 addresses? It's not possible now to remember all the addresses. Same happens here. When I say you need to store a data in Python memory, the problem is whenever in future we want to access that data, how we will access? Yes, address will be there. I will show you that address practically. That data will be stored in an address, but it's really tough, right, to remember that address. Let's see like this. So I will just explain here itself. Imagine, let's say I just want to store Harry only. We can take Harry only for now. Okay, so let's continue. So here, let's say I want to store Harry. I said to my student, store Harry. Student will store it somewhere in the memory. Now, let's say this Harry is stored at this memory like this. And I'm saying, student, you remember this address. Student is fine. Okay, I will remember it. But I said, student, you have to remember 100 addresses like this. And all 100 address will be different. Student will, what are you saying? You are trying to say me like I have to remember these addresses, 100 addresses. And what if I say 1,000 addresses? Not possible. So what we will do, we will we will just have a separate name, let's say, of a thing. And that that name is going to refer to this address and indirectly to this Harry. So whenever I'm writing now, my name is equals to like this, Harry. When I'm writing now, my name is equals to Harry. What is this my name? What is this my name? This my name is nothing. It is a variable name. It is a variable name. Getting? So instead of remembering this full address, I hope it is very much easy to remember this variable, my name. So variable is the name of the memory location where data is stored. Variable is the name of the memory location where data is stored. Very simple topic. So we will do it practically now. I will just write it down here. So variable is the name of the memory location where data is stored. Okay. So what is data here? What is data? Harry. Harry is data here. Okay. And what is variable? My name is the name of the variable. So let's do it practically. I will just directly take my name equals to Harry. That's it. We are done. We are done with the variable. We have created a variable here and this is Harry. Now, I want to print this Harry. So you remember earlier we printed my name. If you notice, I am having double quotes here. What do you think? What it will print? Just pause my video and just think about it. What it will print. Okay. So I'm just gonna open my terminal here and I will just give here, I will just run my code, that is day3 identifiers.py, some name. Yeah, I need to give identifiers.py. Oops, I gave identifiers1.py. So what we are expecting, you see, my name. Why is it giving me my name only? Because I am applying these double quotes here. If I remove these double quotes now, Now it will be treated as a variable only. Now it will be treated like a variable only. So I will just press up arrow or down arrow from my machine and see I do not need to write the command again. Press enter and see, boom, we got Harry very easily. So this is how to declare and initialize a variable in Python and how to print the value. So while print, you do not need to provide the codes. Without codes, you will be able to print. Let's go for the rules now. First rule was identifier's name can be combination of alphabet, digits and underscore. Okay, let's see that part. So here if I say my name to already we gave, right? My name, I am giving alphabet and digit. So see alphabet and digit. This time I am saying John. So it's possible. See, I'm not getting any error. It's possible. My name underscore one, because we can take underscore also. No, I just mentioned above in the above thing. So this is also perfectly fine. We can have digit, alphabet, underscore. Alphabet can be capital also, small also. That is perfectly fine. Okay, so this was the first rule. Second rule. Identifier cannot start with digit. Identifier cannot start with digit. Achha, let's see. I am having an identifier name, let's say to my name, to my name, and I'm trying to store Xavier. You see, error is there. Statements must be separated by new lines or semicolon because my interpreter is not able to understand what I'm trying to do. So it will give you error 100% because we cannot start an identifier with a digit. Either it is a function, class, or anything. Yeah, but you can have that digit at last. You can have digit at middle also. Like for example, you can write like this: my three name. This is possible. This is possible. Okay. So that's how you cannot start identifier with digit. Next rule, case sensitive. Identifiers are case sensitive. Means capital alphabets and small alphabets are different. Capital alphabets and small alphabets are different. For example, so num, I'm writing num equals to 10 and I'm writing num equals to 20. I'm writing capital N small n um equals to 30 and I'm writing small n capital um. So you see everywhere I'm changing the case. Okay, so this is gonna be same. Here I will say M capital. So see, all are different. So they will occupy separate memory, separate address. Now you will say you promised you will show us the address where the data is being stored. For sure. We do have a predefined function in Python called as ID. ID is a function available in Python that will show you the address of the data, where is data is stored. So let's say I'm writing this num. So where this 10 will be stored, let's see that. So see, this is the address, and imagine you have to remember these hundreds of address together. Not possible. As a human being, not possible. Similarly, I was telling you, this is case sensitive. That means the address of this num, the address of this num should be different. So let's copy paste this, and it was capital N, capital N. I will just run it back. See the proof. The address is totally different. This is the proof that identifiers are case sensitive. Whenever you are changing the alphabet, it will change the address too. So how to check the address of something, of some variable in Python or any identifier of any identifier in Python? Use ID function. We will use ID function only. Similarly, if you remember above, we had a variable my name where this Harry is stored. You want to see where this Harry is stored? So simple. You just go here and you will just say print ID of my name. That's it. It will give you the address of that name. So this is how we will get the address of anything in Python. Address of any identifier. Next and the final rule is keyword cannot be used as variable, or I should say identifier names. Identifiers names. How? Before proceeding with this point, you should know the meaning of keywords. You should know the meaning of keywords. Keywords are the reserved words. Imagine, means just think about it. My name is Shivangi. Why? Why my parents gave me this name? Obviously, because they liked the meaning of my name. Because they liked the meaning of this name. Do you think anyone in this whole world can change the meaning of my name? Whatever they say, they can. Like, this is the name, this is the meaning of your name, this is the meaning of your name. I know the meaning of my name, and that is fixed. No one can change it. Similarly, Python have some words available into this library having absolutely same meaning, absolutely fixed meaning. No one can change those meanings. So those words we cannot use as a identifier names. So first let's see those keywords. So in Python, it's an opportunity really where you can see all the keywords together. Import is a keyword only. You see, I'm writing a keyword only here. So I want to show you all the words, all the keywords. So I have to import a library that is keyword. That is keyword here. Okay, what is this import is doing? That these things we will see later on. But yeah, these two lines I will write to just print the keywords. Keywords dot kw list is a list available in this library which I am calling here. That's it. So it will show me all the list of keywords. See, very easily I got the list of keywords. So make sure when you are giving a name to the identifier, don't use any of the name from these. Don't use any of the names from these. For example, so if you see, I do have a keyword called as for. For. So I will try to do it. For equals, let's say any name. I'm just having denial. So see, I'm getting error, and 100% it will give you error because you cannot use keyword as the identifier name. Okay, because Python say it is my predefined word. How you can use as per your like desire? No, it is my word. I will just use it. I will tell you where to use. Only there you use. It's like that. And also make sure apart from this underscore, we cannot use any other special character too. So let's say I'm saying my name dollar. I'm giving dollar. So here if you see, we are getting issue. We are getting an error if you see. Okay, so I will just make it as an error because that's not possible. So this is how we saw what is a variable in Python, how to declare a variable in Python. Then we saw some of the rules available in identifiers. You have to take care while declaring those identifier rules. So I'm just showing you full screen one time. Identifiers rules, variables, then those 4 rules available in identifiers, we saw each practically one by one. Next topic we will see is data type in Python. Data type. Before proceeding with this topic, we should know what is data type. We will see what is data. So data is information. For example, my name, let's say anyone's name, it's a data. Anyone's mobile number, okay, it's a data. Anyone's height, let's say, it's a data. Getting? So anyone's name, mobile number, height, any information is data only. Without data, we cannot do anything. Now the question arises, what is the type? Data type. What is the type of John? It is combination of characters, na? If I just say in the layman, combination of characters only, na? And it is what? String kind of data. What is this phone number? It is number only, na? Number kind of data. So it is integer kind of data. Integer. Similarly, height is what kind of data? Again, it's a decimal number kind of data. Decimal number. That means floating point, float integer. Similarly, if I say, is he a student? True or false? So if true, either it is true or false, it is Boolean kind of data. So a lot of the data types we do have available. These are some of the important data types. Why we are learning this topic? The question is, why we are learning this topic? But so we are learning this topic because data type having an important role. Data type is having a important role. Even if you remember, I told Python is dynamically typed language. What kind of data you are giving to a variable, you do not need to take care. Python will take care of it. What kind of data it is, Python will take care. But at least basic data types knowledge so you should have done. So what I will do here, first thing, when you are having data type, it basically tells two things. Basically tells two things. How much memory will be occupied by this data. Which data? Either you are storing someone name, either you are storing someone's number. So how much memory it will occupy? And second, you say what all are the operations can be performed on data. Fine. Because there are some rules, na? You cannot have multiple operations on the single data. You cannot apply, like you cannot do sum of a string and an integer. You can do sum of a string and a string, but there are some rules which operation you can apply on which data type, and also how much memory this particular data will occupy in the memory. Fine. So these two things. There are some list of the data types available. So int, float, complex, bool, string, bytes, byte array, range, list, tuple, set, frozen set, dict, none type. We will see one by one what all are the very important data types. So very simplest one are int, float, bool, string. Okay, these all are still available. List, tuple, set, dict. If you see, they are also very commonly used data types. So we will just go on with the practical now. What I will do, I will take a variable, let's say name, and there I will just store, let's say Aman here. I'm just taking a name. Let's say just I'm taking here John only. John. How to get what is the data type of this variable? Python is saying, don't worry, user. I do have a function to check what is the data type of this particular data. Like how we had a function to get what is the address of this data. What was the function to get the address of a data? ID function. Same, to get the data type of the data, you have a function called as type function in Python. Type. And inside this particular function, you pass your variable, or directly, let's say here time by passing variable, directly you can pass any data also, like directly in double quotes, you write John. It will work. So currently, let's move on with this. So what I will do, we do not need to run above code now. So we will just comment those things. What all are comments, we will see that. But for now, I'm just saying I don't want to run this particular data. That's why I'm just commenting the stuff. So we will just see here by running it. So boom, we got string. Some each data type is a class only, but just you notice for now this str. I mentioned, John is what? Combination of characters, and it is a string only. Okay. So here if you see, the type of this John is a string. Even if you write like this, type of, directly you write John here, again it will give you same answer. So you can pass the data type also, sorry, you can pass directly variable also, or you can directly pass the string. Similarly, let's say I am having a variable called as age. There I am giving 67. I will try to print the type of age. What do you think? What it should do? Pause the video and try yourself. So I will just run it. You see int. The data type is int now. Similarly, I will try to print the type of, let's say height is, person's height is, let's say 5.9. So what should be the data type now? See, it is float. Who is doing it for me? Python is doing it for me. I really do not need to worry what is going to be the data type of my data. Python is going to take care of it. Okay. So it was how to declare or initialize a variable and how to get the data type of a value. Similarly, one more. If I, let's say, I am having, is John is a student? Is John is a student? I'm saying no, he is not a student. So I'm saying false. It's again a keyword. False is a keyword, but it is a different with other keywords. True, none, and false. True, none, and false. We have three keywords available in Python, which you can assign to a variable. False means no, he is not a student. So print type of is a student. So it should be bool. See, it is bool. So these four are the very important data types available in Python that I showed you practically. You can have a look on it. Let's proceed with the next topic now. We will see how to take input from user, because till now if you notice, I was giving the static data like name is John, age is 67, height is this, is a student or not. But whenever you are preparing a software in Python or in any programming language, for whom you are preparing this software? For your client only, na? So inputs also your client should give, na? Why we are giving the inputs? We will give this advantage to the client. This is the software. However you want to run the data, you run it. Input is yours. So rather than giving this John or this age manually, why not to ask it from user? So let's do that. What we will do, we will just use here, take input from user, and let me give you the answer. Only there is a one function available, that is input. Input is a function available in Python through which you can take input from the user's keyboard. Let's see how. I will take a variable name. I will take a variable name and I will use this function input. And then I will just print this name. I will just print this name. That's it. Let's run it and see the output. You see, it is hanged. Actually, it is not. It is asking me to give a name. So let's say I'm giving Harry and you see printed Harry successfully. This much easy it was. But there was a problem. If you notice, when I ran this program, it I was means let's say this the program I created. I am the owner of this program. I knew I need to give someone's name. But what about my user? User to don't know na, when they are going to run this program, what should happen? They are not related to coding, because so make sure when you are taking input from user, you should give some meaningful words. Means what user should give, what we are expecting from user. So I will just say, please enter name. Please enter name. And now let's run it. So I will just say, please enter name. I'm saying Jack. Now it's good. Good's looking very much clear message that what my means what I am developer is trying to ask from the client. So I told client, could you please enter your name? Client say, okay, my name is Jack. And then the Jack is getting printed. Okay. So this is how you will take input from user in Python. What I will do, I will take one num1 input, enter number 1. Similarly, I will just copy this and paste it. Num2, enter number 2. And I want to print num1 plus num2. So what I'm expecting from this program, I took two numbers from user. Let's say 2 and 5. 2 plus 5 should give me 7. Let's run it. So I will just run it. First is it is asking for the name, which I did above. Now it is asking for a number. I gave 2 and 5. 2 plus 5 should be 7. But see the output. We are getting 25. Why we are getting 25? We are getting 25 because input function in Python by default takes only string data type. input function in Python by default only takes string. So obviously they are converting my 2 into string and 5 into string. So it's like a concatenation. It's like this. What is happening here? It's like this. 2 plus 5. This is happening. Basically, this is happening. Okay. So, but it's a problem now. I have to convert it. I have to convert it into integer. Both numbers should be converted into integer. Then only I will get 7. So, we will just copy this program fully, paste it. Now, next topic we will use, that is type conversion. Type conversion means converting one data type, into another. So what we are trying to do? We are trying to convert string data type into integer data type. See? So this is one of the type conversion function. Input will return string data type now, and that string data type I am converting into int while taking input from user. It is not mandatory that you will use at the time of taking from user only. You can directly also use with the manual values that we will see. But currently I am just converting my input into the integer. Now let's run it. So it will ask first for the name, let's say John. Now this is the first one without int function 25. Again I will give, and this time you see I'm getting 7. Perfectly it is working because I did the type conversion. I hope this is clear that how to convert one data type into another data type. Now, this is explicitly I'm converting the type. Let's say I will just copy this code. I will copy, or why to copy? I will just run this code again. What we will do? We will just comment this out. Whatever is not required for now. Now I will run it. This time what I will do, I will try to give some float value. Because this I am converting into integer, but I will try to give a float value. You see error, value error. Why? They are saying you are having a int type conversion and you are giving float value. You are having a poly bag which can contain only 3 apples into it. You are trying to have 6 apples into it. Obviously it will overflow now, because that poly bag is having a limited space to keep only 3 apples. So that's the issue. So make sure when you are trying to convert the data type from 1 to 2, it should be eligible first. It should be eligible first. So if you want to take data for float values, what you need to do? You will use another type conversion function, that is float. That is float. Instead of int, you take float. Now let's try. So this is the integer one. Now I will take float values. See, no errors at all, and it is working perfectly fine. Okay, and if you notice continuously, I am using the same variables multiple times. Same variable, because Python is dynamically typed language. Python is dynamically typed language. Whenever you are changing the data type of the data, Python will occupy memory accordingly. You do not need to take care of it. You do not need to take care of garbage values and all in other programming language. We need to. Here, everything will be managed by Python. Okay, so similarly, if you want to just convert it into any of the type conversion function, you can use that function accordingly. So let's see. Okay, so one more method to do the type conversion. Let's say you say, no, I don't want to use type conversion function here. So what you can do, let's say I'm just having a input here, which we will take like this. These two we will take. So we are having num1 and num2. You can do like this also, num1 comma num2. Just remove it from here in single line. I'm taking input from user in single line itself. See, so this input is for num1 and this input is for num2. So this is smart work in Python. I will just comment it out. And so there is one shortcut also in VS Code available. If you want to comment something, you just select those particular lines which you want to comment and press control slash. So see, once you press control slash, it will get comment out and uncomment. So for example, I want to comment this line, control slash, that's it. Once you again press control slash, it will be uncommented. Okay. So here if you see, I am taking data into string only. So at the time of calculation, you can use the type conversion function. So please convert whatever is available in num1 into integer. Also please convert whatever available in num2 in integer only. Earlier it was in string. Now at the time of result, I'm using those type conversion function. So again, I said na earlier, it's not mandatory that you have to use type conversion functions at the time of user input only. Anytime you can use it, anytime. Okay. Once if you now print it, it is, let me just run it. So I will say 23 and 45. So you see 68 we are getting. Perfect. So this was about type conversion. We have a lot of the type conversion functions, str, int, float, bool, list, tuple, dict. So these we will see once we go on with the topics in future. Okay. So I will just go through with the full window. You can just have a look on the full window of, first we saw this data type. What is data? Why data type? Then we saw some data types available. Then how to take input from user, the drawback of having only input, how to convert one data type into another data type, and then we saw some programs on the same. So I hope it is very much clear. All the topics, including we saw variable identifier today, data types, type conversion, and input from user. Let's mix these four topics now. We will just mix these four topics and we will work on a project now. So what do I will be doing? I will just comment this particular thing and let's work on our project. Project is gonna be on Superstar Profile Generator. Project will be Superstar Profile Generator. So what it will do? I will take some inputs from user like what's your name, what's your age, what's your aim. I will mix those inputs and we will print a meaningful line, meaningful phrase from those inputs. Okay. So let's continue. I will just give a print to make it some attractive because Python is totally we are doing on console only. So we have to make it attractive manually. I will just copy this, print and paste it because I want some interactions here. Then I will just give the project name, that is, let's say, so here only I will write Superstar Profile Generator. Okay, that's it. So let's run it, how it's looking. Let's see for now. I will just run it out and you see Superstar Profile Generator. My project look is ready. Now we will take input from user. Take input from user. First input, I want to take user's name. I want to take user's name. So enter your name. Okay, that's it. Second thing, I want to take users, let's say nickname, users nickname. So same, because name also again will be of a string type. So no type conversion is needed. Enter your superstar nickname. Nickname. Next, age. I will take input, enter your age, but age will be integer na. I have to apply type conversion here. I have to apply type conversion. So I have to convert it into int only. Next, we will say dream job. What's your dream job? We can use underscore, we saw just now. So I'm applying the rules as well. So it's again going to be string only. Enter dream job. Okay. Or enter your dream job. That's it. Now, next we will see what is the monthly salary you are expecting. So obviously it is gonna be on float. Float. For sure, we user can give now 2.5 or something. So enter your dream salary. Dream salary. I should say dream monthly salary. because your input message also should be very much clear. What's your favorite language? What's your favorite language? So obviously it is going to be again in string. So enter your favorite programming language, right? Programming language. In which language you want to work in future. Okay. Next, one more we can say, let's say, what are your expectations, like in within how many years you want to become successful? So years will be in integer. So I will say, let's say, how many years to become successful. Why I gave this project name as a superstar? In which programming language, in which field you are going to gain your success, you will be your own superstar in your field. So that's why the project is having a meaning here. So that's it. We have taken the inputs from user. First, we declared the style of our project, the heading, and then we have taken the inputs from user, where we applied variable concept also, where we applied how to take input from user concept also, and we applied type conversion concept also. Let's do printing now. That's it. So what we will do, we will print the profile. We will print the profile. So printing profile, I will say here, where you will be practicing on print functions. So I will just give something called as slash n, which will just, although print function always print the data into next line only, still I am giving one more layer of next line, new line. Slash n means it's a escape sequence which you will like transfer you into a next line directly. That's it. So next, if you see, I will just write here, I will just take this one to save the time. We will just copy this and paste it. So here, instead of superstar, I will say, let's say, future profile, future success profile, success profile. Okay. So I will say future success profile here. Okay. Next, you have to print whatever has been provided from you, from your user. So I will just have print, and here I will just have name, where I will be giving a good, you say, colon. We will close it, and comma, and the name, and my user gave whatever. Similarly, I will just copy this. I will print it for nickname, current age, then dream career, then salary, favorite language, success years. So we just need to change the, let's say, nickname, my user nickname I will print here. And here I will say nickname, the variable name I guess was nickname. uh, to verify, we can go up also, or later on we will get error, that time we can resolve. Then we will say current age. So here user will give his age. What is the current age? Next, we will have, I guess it was dream career. We are going to print the things actually. So now it will be dream job. So I will just go on. And next, I guess it was future salary. We can write like future salary. This is not a variable name. These things, whatever I'm writing in blue color, it's not a variable name. It is just a string I'm giving. Variable names are here in white color. Okay, I will explain that. So here, if you see, this is gonna be, I guess, salary I gave. Next, we are having favorite language. Okay, language. Here I will say, so language. It was the variable. Next, last, success to, or success in years. So that we will give here success years. Fine. So what we did here, first we took the data from the user using input function, and I am printing those data one by one. Why I'm writing like this? I just want to give some attraction in this project. That's why it's a mini project. whatever you write into the double quotes, it will print as it did along with the spaces and column. And then I'm giving a comma. Then I'm giving a comma. So this comma means after comma, I am going to give something that is a variable. So whatever the data is stored in this variable, it will show that. It will show that data. This data will come from where? User will give that data. From where? User will give that data. Okay, that's it. Now again, we will just give a slash n to give a more gapping between the prints, and we will just copy this, and I'm going to do the prediction. Just a static prediction we will do so that it will look like a more attractive project. Here, this is gonna be success. Okay, success prediction. I will say success prediction. What is gonna be? Let's see. So future age, I will say equals. I just declared a variable here where I'm going to do sum of the age and the success year. Why I did that? Let's say you are currently 20 years old and you say I will be successful after 4 years. So obviously 20 plus 4 will be 24. You are going to be successful at the age of 24. So because I'm going to write something related to this only. I will say, let's say name. So let's say John. User says my name is John. John will become a successful, and then again see I closed these double quotes because John only gave na what is his dream job. John only mentioned na what is his dream job. That's why. So then I will be just having print, and here I will just say at the age of, that also has been given by John. That also has been given by John. So here I will say future age. Future age. We are getting here error. Was not closed. Double quotes. Okay. So name, comma I'm giving, then double quotes. Okay. It should be like this. So see, this is the identification that VS Code is only mentioning we are doing something wrong. I closed this comma here actually. That was the issue. That's it. We are done with our project. Let's continue to run it. So I will just run it. See, enter your name. I'm saying John. Enter no, your nickname. I'm saying Joy. Your age, let's say I'm saying 2 only. I should give 20, but that's fine. My dream job is, let's say, AI engineer. AI engineer. Please consider this 2 as 20. Then what's your expectations? So I'm saying I'm expecting 2 lakh per month. Then what's your favorite language? Obviously Python only. How many years? So I will say I will be just I want my success after 16 years. So obviously when I will be of 18. So John will become a successful AI engineer at the age of 18. And you see beautifully they are mentioning whatever the inputs I gave above now, I am getting answers in the same format. And success prediction I'm getting that John will become a successful AI engineer at the age of 18. So you saw a very attractive project within a single day of learning Python we are considering. So nothing is tough. If you're even a school student, I will prefer to do go in. That's very much straightforward thing. So fine. This is my generator heading. I took inputs from user and then I printed those outputs as it is, and then I am just having a prediction here after how many years that person will be successful. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this project as well. Fine. And just one more thing I just want to clarify here, so you can have a look on a project first. I'm just putting down this screen one by one. Okay, and that's it for now. We completed identifiers. What is identifier basically? One type of identifier was variable that we completed today. We saw all the rules available in identifier. So there were 4 rules we saw practically. We saw all are the keywords list as well. Then we continued with the data type. What is the benefit and why we are using? Then we saw how to get the data type of any of the value or how to get the address also. Then we saw how to take input from user and how to convert one data type into another data type. And then we mixed all the topics and we created one amazing project very much easily. So I hope you liked it. Thank you so much, everyone.